what up? Welcome to the Lyricist Podcast. You're not rocking with myself and Dear for Life. Dear for Life, Holly, what's going on with you?
What's going on, man? It's chilling, trying to beat the heat. It's hot out here. Finally rained today, so it made me feel a little better, but still been a long day. Trying to cool off. I'm glad we're here, though.
Shit, yeah, man. I had some of my guys out there working and shit, last couple of days. But it's been like raining like crazy over here in Michigan, man. So it's like, you got the hot days. The next thing you know, you got too much fucking rain.
Yeah.
And we had like a tornado touchdown a couple of weeks ago in like a city that never gets smacked by tornadoes. And it was like, it was weird. So, being in the Midwest, that's what you expect. But yeah, other than that.
That's crazy,
shit,
bro.
Yeah, shit is good. How do you feel about that debate, man, between Biden and Trump?
Oh man, I watched that whole thing. Listen, glad you brought that up. As far as the debate specifically, we got two elderly people. We got two elderly people out here fighting to lead the free world. Both of them are liars. Both of them are not qualified. Both of them are racist. Both of them. I go on and on, man. But I mean, this is who they put in front of us. We got to pick A or B, and they don't want to put a C out there. We got to pick left or right. I mean, it's divide and conquer. I mean, this is common sense to me.
Weird, bro.
This is left or right. There's no in between. So people argue about this shit all day. Democrat, Republican, and it's just a distraction. But as far as the debate itself, that shit was comedy to me, especially when they started talking about the golf. That was my favorite part when they're talking about golf. But yeah, man, these two guys are too much, and it's sad that we gotta pick one of them.
And the funniest part is like Trump was roasting him the entire time. He really made him look as if he was super unfit.
Yeah,
and like the Dems gotta pay attention to this shit, man. They got to. Like, look. What y'all gotta understand is that Biden looks bad. Okay,
that was terrible, man.
Yeah. And then he started talking about some other shit. Like, this sounds like old man rambling.
Yeah.
And I look, man, I feel for anybody that's dealt with dementia, but I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, y'all gonna deny that he's dealing with dementia or some form of it,
right?
Or Alzheimer's?
I didn't know he was this bad.
He gradually got worse, man. I watched a video of him like debating earlier, like what is it, 8 years ago?
Yes, 8 years ago. He was on point. He was sharp. He was witty. He was funny. Now he's like, damn, this dude's an old ass man.
Hey, you know who's slightly older than him and still sharp as fuck?
Who?
Bernie Sanders.
Okay. Yeah. I like Bernie.
I love Bernie.
Nah, they would never let him debate them on that stage. They would put him up there as the third one.
Man, he would tear them both apart.
Yeah.
That man is, whatever he do with his diet, he's smart as fuck and still sharp as hell too.
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, it's like that shit was horrible. Like Donald Trump is just like he do what Donald Trump do. He roasted him the entire time, but he roasted him to the point to where it is he ain't talking about anything that was credible either.
Right.
It's like, stop focusing on this man's like ability to remember shit. Stop poking fun at the motherfucker. And like start selling your shit.
It's not even politics anymore, man. It's pure entertainment.
Yeah. It's like both of these candidates are jokes. Excuse me. Yeah. I oversleep. I didn't get enough sleep, to be honest. Yeah. But so we roll. But yeah, man, that shit just like, look, fucking awful, dude. And like it's all over TikTok, and you got like top news, like political news anchors that said that this was a fucking disgrace on both sides. I'm like, yeah. I need the Democrats to go find someone else.
It's awful, man. And how you a felon, you can't vote, but if you a felon, you can be president.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Those are some rules that may exceed others. He was a sitting president before he was a felon.
That's part of the agenda, though, because they make most of the felons, who, so they can't vote. They're trying to, marginalize us, categorize us, put us to the side. But I hope more people out there see it that way, more than me, because I see it wrong.
I just hope everybody pay attention. Pay attention to see you don't have to just vote for these fucking two idiots. Okay, yeah. It is. You got options out there. Okay, yes, vote. Most of your votes, the most important votes, is what's happening in your own town, in your own neck of the woods. That's the most important votes.
True.
But also secondary to that is knowing who you're going to vote for that's on the big ticket. What I'm looking at right now, neither one of these guys are getting my vote, and I say that wholeheartedly.
Right.
So it's like I'm not convinced. So I'm not a two-party person. So if Trump had the better policy and a better showing, I would say something, positive about his showing. But he didn't. Right. If Biden would have did that, I would have said it about him. Either one of these guys can get my vote, but this right now we in the heat. So they need to start proving that their policies is going to work for the country.
Right.
Because right now, having the president up there that can't remember his fucking name is pointless. Having another one that's prison bound is pointless. So It's like, or if he's not prison bound, he's still in shit. He still got stuff coming out showing that he was the diddler before the diddler. It's
For
like
sure.
It's like
this shit goes deep, man. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Like I keep digging and digging and digging. Like I believe some of the shit too. I know a lot of people say it's whack, but I better believe it.
I mean, some of that shit you got to give some weight to. Not all of it, but some of it.
Right. For sure.
But shit, man, I gotta stop doing this. Make myself sleepy again. Yeah. As y'all can tell, I'm fucking overworked, man.
That's a good thing, though, man.
It's a good thing, though. Grind don't know no sleep sometimes.
Don't apologize for that.
With that being said, Coffee and Convo, the podcast, is coming back, too. I got some business shit I want to share with y'all. So we're definitely going to be hopping back on that stuff, too. Early in the mornings, Monday mornings. But, yeah. What's our other topic here, dear?
I was wondering who people got best rapper alive.
Best rapper alive. I seen Wayne put out his list right now, and he got him. He had Drake on it, but no Kendrick. Well, of course not, because he's trying to. Now it's about brotherhood, but he had M on there.
Yeah, of course.
I think M was number one. Yeah, he had M at number one, right?
I thought he had J number one. I might be wrong. I'm gonna look it up though.
And that's the part that kind of people got to get out of their own way. Anytime they see Eminem's name in anything, he don't belong there. He shouldn't be a part of these conversations, but he is though. He is.
Yeah.
How do you take it from him? You have to literally take it from him. And good luck with that. If you ain't got the skill set to do it.
J number one.
Missy
number two, M3, Big 4, and Drake 5.
Fucking Drake 5. Yeah, that's some brotherhood shit right there.
Top 5, Drake, Drizzy, Aubrey Graham. They be hating on him.
Oh man. Just watching watching these fucking Drake fans just lose their mind over this shit, man. They coming up with their own fucking conspiracy theories at this point.
Yeah.
They were trying to get rid of him the entire time. Duh, motherfucker. That's how the industry works. They don't want the same guy there.
I seen that today. Somebody shared that Drake posted on his Instagram was a picture of some Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
It was like something. It was a lyric that Kendrick said in Euphoria when he was doing the Crody part. Mm-hmm. And Drake posted a picture of exactly what he said. So who knows what that meant? But
see, But like Drake, shut the fuck up, dog, man. It's like,
yeah, Drake gotta leave it alone, man.
I just see something that said, I guess Biden is trying to appeal to the black people. This shit's funny. I don't want to talk about politics, man.
When they try to appeal to the black people, it's just racist. They try, but they just be racist with it. Like when Trump got indicted and he was going to jail, he said, black people gonna love me more than ever now because they can relate. Like, come on, man. So you're right. Man. Politics topic is iffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that, dude. This shit is weird, bro. It's fucking weird. Yeah. No, I see like the little mini concert they had in North Carolina. That's why I said that shit. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Do we have the concert?
Joe Biden. Let's bring out Fat Joe and E40.
Did they really?
I think they did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, at the North Carolina rally.
I didn't know that. That's wild. But it's not really surprising because they're so old and out of touch, man.
And I guess he was trying to be fired up there. They're like, okay, all right, Mr. President, we need you to take these pills and show us some energy. We need all of it. Shit, whatever fucking pills he took, I need them shit too, so I can wake up.
He didn't take them last debate.
No, he didn't. So yeah, going back to like the best rapper, man. So you could do your one or you could do five. It's up to you. But who's on your list
today? Who's on today? Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like J and M are still active.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on my list. They're going to be 1 and 2, 1A, 1B. You can put whoever one you want. After that, I think of Kendrick first. And 4 and 5. I thought Nas is still active. I'm going to throw him on there. I got to make people happy, let's just throw trying to think of somebody newer, somebody a little fresh. It's hard though, man.
It's real hard.
We could throw J. Cole on there, I guess, as 5. We're talking about current, but I'm a little iffy on that because of his track record as far as his catalog. But I'm fine with that for now. J, M, Kendrick, Nas, Cole. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean that's just going with just alive. You know, I would have to say Nas, M, Kendrick, Wayne has been showing his ass. Wayne has been showing his, Wayne and then Jay.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
but the thing is, it's like, who from this generation can really? And that's what I was saying. That's what I try to say to like one of the guys that that was on the show. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, what is this generation producing that's standing out?
Right.
Like there really are. There's nobody from this generation that's in that conversation. Previous generations have produced multiple artists that was considerable or honorable mentions. This generation is not. They're hanging on like the flashes of greatness they had in like the 2010s.
Have you heard the Vince Staples album, 2024 album?
Yeah, I heard it.
What'd you think?
I thought it was okay.
1 to 10, what'd you give it?
Maybe a 7.
All right, I'm right there with you. He's good, but he's not great. He doesn't wow me. I can respect him as an artist because he has substance in what he's talking about, and he can write a song, put it together. But what stands out about Vince Staples? If you had to pick one thing that stands out about him,
his interview style is what makes him stand out.
Yes, his interview.
He's brutal in his interviews.
Yes. So, I mean, to be brutally honest, Vince Staples sounds like a more intelligent 21 Savage. I don't want to offend nobody, but a 21 Savage that be reading all day, I guess. Yeah. That's what Vince Staples sounds like to me.
I heard some bullshit like, well, Vince Staples has been creating albums better than Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, wait, pause.
I don't understand that. And I want to understand it, but I can't.
He's been better during this decade. Like, no, he hasn't.
Right.
If he has been, you know, he down there with Vic Mensa.
Yes, that's perfect spot for him.
He's right there next to Vic Mensa.
And I like Vince. I'll take Vic Mensa over Vince Staples. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And maybe a little bit over Hopson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're not like in a conversation with the Logic yet, which means you have a lot of fucking work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because Logic still got it's still layers to hip hop, bro. It's like, yeah, you may talk a lot of shit in your interviews, shock value, and all that other bullshit. But I'm like, bro, you're not a significant part of it. But like, old dude, like said that, you know, he got better albums, like better topics than fucking like Kendrick and shit. I'm like, that's a reach, bro. Like that don't come off as hater shit.
Vince Staples?
Yeah.
Better topics than Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick's the highest bar you can set if you're talking about substance and topics and consciousness and, you know, art. But I don't know, man. I must be missing something.
I know I'm not missing anything. That's that motherfucking missing brain cells. It's like I can't agree with that shit. It's like you're trying to make a valid argument because of like he put out an album last week. So guess what? That automatically makes him better.
Yeah, that's a bad argument. That's a bad argument.
Oh, because he's active. He's more active than Kendrick. He puts out a lot of. I don't care how much an artist fucking release. I've heard you in the past say that it's not about the quantity, it's the quality.
Right. Exactly.
That's the problem that we got with Drake right now. That's what Kendrick spoke about too. You put out shit to pacify him. I electrify him. Right. Ain't nobody electrifying motherfuckers right now. Eminem is electrifying motherfuckers right now. People don't care for you. Ain't got to care for his subject matter. You ain't got to care for like, you know, what he say and how you say it and how you do it. But the thing is, that shit like, oh, when you make that face when he says some shit, that's electrifying. He moved you.
Right.
When Kendrick said what he said in all those diss records, he moved you. So it's like people feel like as if, you know, Kendrick wouldn't be where he is right now if he didn't diss Drake. I'm like, did you forgetful motherfuckers forget that when Drake hasn't dropped and Kendrick end up dropping, how successful the albums are? Did y'all forget that Damn occupied the first, 13, 14 spots on that motherfucking, Billboard chart? And Mr. Morale did the same thing when it dropped? The whole album charted?
Right.
It's like people are forgetting, the significance of Kendrick, and they want to downplay him because he doesn't put out music at the volume that they want him to. Because he ain't stupid.
And he's going to deliver regardless when he does put something out.
Yeah.
When the next time he puts out an album, we expect his next album to be borderline classic because that's what he gives us. So regardless of when his last album was, he's still active, very active, because he's the front and center in hip hop right now. He's what everybody's talking about, regardless if there's an album or not right now. By that logic, you're saying everybody that dropped an album this year is more relevant than Kendrick, and that's just not true. So, go ahead.
See, and the thing is, it's about positioning. When you come into the game and you work your way to a certain position, you don't lose your position until somebody actually take that shit from you. I don't think none of these guys took anything from him. Jid got a fucking trending song. That don't mean that Jid is a better artist than Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
And then it's like I hear this argument. And I think it's a young argument. Like, oh, this version of that version, this version. Like, motherfucker, this ain't Power Rangers, okay? Like, you think I give a fuck about Mighty Morphin versus Zeo? I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
Or fucking Zeo versus Dino Thunder. Nigga, what the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
It's many versions of everything, dude. It's called evolution. But the thing
you know
is,
what? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying they want the thing about this generation. They want everything now. They want it right away. They want it fast because that's how they grew up. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have everything at once. We didn't have everything on demand when you wanted it. You got to go to the store and buy the CD if you wasn't catching the song on the radio. Now you can get the song whenever you want. And the kids are like, if you ain't giving it to me now, you're not relevant to me. This guy's more relevant because he just put out a song yesterday. But that's not how it works, man. And
it's like this.
Tell y'all, but
you think I'm gonna sit up here and say Lil Mabu is more relevant and better than Kendrick Lamar? And Mabu drop a song every fucking week like Russ do?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and people don't even give Russ his flowers, dude. Russ be silently making like platinum records, bro. He's a rich ass underground artist, bro. He rich independently, dude. Unsigned. It's like, how the fuck can you hate on that, man?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, but we're being told that we don't have our ears to the ground. Like, we literally do. We're listening to this shit. We listen to everything that comes out. Even though, I'm not putting out a fucking review twice a fucking week. I ain't got time for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do find time for it, maybe I will do it. Or I maybe just do a fucking pod. I ain't got to do this shit. I can review this shit on the pod. Like I just did with Vince Staples shit. It's a 7. That's it. Start hardlining motherfuckers. Like, man, y'all just be talking.
They don't want to hear this stuff, man. When they listen to people say this stuff, it makes them mad. It makes them call us old heads, casuals. Mm-hmm. But the game's changed a little bit, but the ethics of the culture, I mean, stuff is still the same, regardless if people are following protocol or not. I'm trying to say this in a way that people can understand. Maybe they don't, but oh well. But
don't make it PC.
The kids gotta grow up, man. Y'all gotta grow up. Y'all gotta read a book. Y'all gotta get off TikTok. Y'all gotta stop scrolling all day, getting all your information right now on your phone. You gotta accomplish stuff, man. And I hate to see the culture go this way. I hate to see people talk about the stuff that I love and they don't know what they're talking about. And they get mad and upset when you try to learn them. You try to help them, but they don't want to hear that stuff. But y'all got to learn. Y'all going to learn one day.
And I just made this point not too long ago. I'm like, just because you're a fucking enthusiast don't mean you're the most informed. You can miss things too. I can miss things.
Absolutely.
Everybody can miss things.
Nobody's perfect.
So it's like a lot of these debates is literally made for TikTok because in the real world it don't fucking work. It don't work.
Yeah.
If I put some of those TikTokers in front of a fucking real hip hop enthusiast that knows the history, and you know they're passionate about the shit, man, they eat some of these dudes alive. They'll drop times on them timelines and build. And say who came out with the effect and everything else.
Yeah.
See, I've done that. That's why I got the following that I got on TikTok. It's the fact that there's people that go further in the rabbit hole than I do.
Right.
So it's like you got to know what you're talking about. It's cool to sit up just kick around theories and all that other shit. It's supposed to be fun. That's the beauty of hip hop. It's the culture we built. But when you start demonizing and taking a piss and shit on a culture that we're building, then somebody got to answer for that. So
they don't care about culture no more. That don't mean nothing.
They don't.
It's just strictly entertainment.
You know, they think when these dudes spit a block on each other, that's a good thing. Like, nah, man, that's y'all whole generations is wiping themselves out. Y'all ain't gonna have no legends to talk about. And y'all gonna still talk about our legends. Y'all borrowing our legends right now. Y'all borrowing our legacy right now. Y'all borrowing from previous legacies. And it's like y'all try to demean it, like diminish or take away the value of the Tupacs and the Biggies and the KRS-Ones and the Cool G Raps and the Pharaoh Monks. They try to take away all of that shit. Oh man, they wasn't that good at ABC rap. Yeah, but we came in to get y'all to fucking enunciate a word. I'll take ABC over lack of enunciation.
Right. Any day.
Any fucking day. So I'm like, dude, it's not his fault that he can read a fucking book. He made it through a whole book without having to fucking, take a sip of lean. That ain't his fault. Y'all motherfuckers run around. Y'all know how dangerous fentanyl is. What y'all do? Y'all try to take the full dose. Crazy motherfuckers. Y'all chewing on Tide Pods. Your Tide Pod fentanyl eating crazy motherfuckers.
God. I forgot about that.
You talking about us?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Niggas eat on Tide Pods. What I think they want to talk about, what culture is. Motherfucker. I heard cleaning your mouth out with a bar of soap, but nigga, Tide Pods take it to a whole other level.
Yeah, that was insane.
I can't connect with that shit, man.
I blame it on the technological boom, bro. At the end of the 90s, 2000s, everything blew up. And I mean, as far as the internet, the computers, cell phones, that's when everybody started getting all the information at once. And it's become toxic, man. And TikTok's like social media on steroids. Like, I thought Facebook was bad enough. Twitter was bad enough. Instagram was bad enough. But TikTok, that's this extra toxic social media on steroids. I feel like it's just taking.
Man, y'all heard me call it TikToxic.
Yes, I like that. TikToxic.
I don't fuck with it like that. It's like people ask you now, man. Oh man, why don't you go live anymore? Because there's too many fucking dummies in there. Yeah, I said it.
Right.
I said it. I said it right here on the pod. I'll say it in the fucking live too. You think I'm gonna argue with some below casual ass motherfuckers? Some of those people, they're not even casuals. They're just idiots.
Right.
And then you got the ones that pretend. Like it was one dude there. He was like, "Oh yeah, y'all don't really know who Kendrick is. Kendrick is fucked up behind the scenes. He's a terrible person." Like, how did you know this? Well, I heard I got a guy. What's your guy's name?
Right.
Like,
I saw somebody yesterday doing exactly what you're saying something about Kendrick, saying that if he really cared, or he's tapped in. We don't know what we're talking about. Kendrick doesn't care about LA. He's only bringing the gangs up there for the moment. After that, they're going to go back killing each other and all that. But you ain't tapped in. You just talking shit. You sound like a hater, man. And
yeah,
that you're using TikTok as a platform to hate on somebody else just because I guess you like Drake, but you got to be what's the word? You can't not leaning towards one or another, in the middle. You gotta, even if you're a fan, you have to look at something as it is. And if you're a fan of somebody and they're not up to par, you gotta be able to say it. And it can't bother you to say it, because if it bothers you to say that, then you lose credibility. Yeah. And we look at you like you don't know what you're talking about. You sound like a fan, not a student, not somebody that loves the culture, somebody that's tapped in. I'm seeing too much of it. Seeing too much
fan shit. Like, bro, I'm like, it's literally hip hop versus TikTok right now.
Yeah.
It is, because it's like everybody that's on there with their revisionist fucking history, they want to sit up there and tell the people that lived through the shit what happened because they read it on fucking Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. And they think that they can literally like identify the feeling and the connection. And I mean, that's like trying to say that you can identify what happened with 9/11 without actually seeing it and feeling it and being a part of it.
Right.
It's like, I can tell you where I was at when this shit happened and how it made me feel.
Oh yeah.
So if that's how culture works too. That's how like major events work too. If where you were at that time when this shit happened.
Yes.
So, and to have people that was not born or probably 1 or 2 years old try to talk to you about that, I'm like, wait, why am I arguing with you again? Did I get called an old head? Because I'm like, no, I'm not going to talk to you about something that I experienced, that I lived through. That's like me trying to talk to a World War I or II veteran about what the fuck happened,
right?
And how that made them feel. That would make me ignorant. Well, I read that this happened, and I don't think it happened the way that you said it happened. That can't be true. The bomb went over there, not here.
Yeah.
Bitch, what? If I said I dodged a bomb, bitch, I dodged a bomb.
Ignorance is cool, bro. People post ignorance and it gets likes. It gets the laughing emoji. I mean, that's the world we're living in right now. And I'm trying to maneuver my way around this shit, and it's hard. But we're gonna find a way, bro. We gotta find a way.
Yeah. So it's to me, it's hip hop versus TikTok, and I'm, you know what? I'll be the person that take that shit on. If I go live again, I'll be dragging these motherfuckers about how much they don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's like these crazy to me, these casuals, super casuals. And I tell them, I'm like, you do realize that if you consume music, you're a casual. You may be a savant. You may be somebody that's enthusiastic about it. That's great. But you're still a fucking casual.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't part of the industry, any industry, you're a casual.
True. Very true. Very true.
If you don't work at Meijer or Kroger or one of those grocery stores, you're a casual shopper.
True.
The fuck are we talking about?
They throw that word around too much. I don't even like saying it anymore because I get called that stuff. I don't want to call you what you call on me because that's corny, and I don't even like the word anymore. But
yeah, it's like y'all casually suck at your point of views. It's like if you ain't a part of it, you a casual. You're a consumer, bitch.
Yeah.
You the custo.
Right.
Not the plug. And these motherfuckers be talking like they the plug. They shut your asses up.
There's a lot of plugs out here.
There's a lot of them. A lot of butt plugs too. Weirdos.
Oh gosh. No Diddy.
No Diddy. All right, man. What else we got? Because I've been sitting there slandering these motherfuckers about hip hop shit.
You want to know where I was 9/11? I was waiting to get out of school because Jay-Z's The Blueprint had dropped that day. And I went to Best Buy. I walked to Best Buy and I bought that shit off the shelf. And I played it for my dad and he stole that shit. He had it in his car. I had it in my boombox and it ended up in his car in the disc changer and it never came out. That's where I was on 9/11.
He commandeered your shit. Yeah, you wasn't supposed to have this anyway.
Exactly.
Turn this up.
That's exactly what happened.
Shit, no, man. I was at school. Believe it or not, I was in my government class.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I was in my fucking government class, and a teacher turned on the TV, and we watched this stuff, and the whole classroom, watched the plane hit the building.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the hell, dude?
Crazy.
And my teacher was like, she was just screaming. She's like, that was deliberate. That was deliberate. It's a terrorist attack. I'm like, she's supposed to be the one calming down the kids. She was the one going off, bro. She was going off.
Jeez.
It's like, man. But like, yeah, we sat there, we watched it. We didn't know what the hell was going on, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, yep, time to leave school. They fucking released school early and shit, man. And I watched that shit. I got home. I watched that stuff. Watched how it played out, man. I'm like, this is insane. Then I heard about the Pentagon getting hit and everything. But those are moments that I'm talking about, though. Those are the moments that I'm talking about. It's like, we lived through that stuff. And it's significant. Like for people to sit up here that didn't live through it, they just read about it. That's not enough.
Right.
You don't know the feeling of that time.
You gotta respect the guy who's telling you about it. If he lived it and he saw it, you gotta respect what he's saying. He's trying to drop wisdom on you. You taking the wisdom and like, it's casual.
Yeah, come on. It's like this. It's like, have y'all ever experienced a real Black Friday?
Right.
Fucking hundreds of thousands of people outside of one establishment trying to get in there. They trampling each other, dying to get a fucking Tickle Me Elmo.
Mm-hmm. Fucking toaster.
Or a fucking 30-inch TV.
Yeah, those were the days, bro.
Those were the days. I ain't said I was happy about people getting trampled, but goddamn, the feeling of being in that line, or like getting a ticket for like the brand new game system that's getting ready to come out.
That's what it was like, because back then you had to go somewhere to get your shit.
Exactly.
You had to be there. And if you weren't there, you weren't getting it. You couldn't get it right away like you can get now. You can't press the button and get the shit you want in the mail. Like, but
I know some of y'all niggas still stand out there for Jordans. That's the only thing y'all standing out there for us, Jordans. Yeah, you stand up. Y'all don't stand for shit else. You won't buy a CD, even if you can get this shit from iTunes or whatever. You won't buy it. You want that shit for free. And that's the problem with a lot of these artists, like Kendrick. Like, I'll make you wait on it. Fuck that. I can't get paid the way I need to get paid if you just, fuck it over like the quality like that. You take it, you share it with all your friends, and next thing you know, I'm losing money.
Bro, how many CDs and cassettes did you buy growing up?
Oh man, I don't fucking know, man.
Way too many, right?
Way too many. My first cassette that I think I had on my own as a kid was Michael Jackson's Dangerous.
Okay.
And then I had Too Short Shit. I also had Juvenile, was it 400 Degrees?
Okay. Yeah, man. That shit, we had to go to the store and buy that shit. We had to stand in line. We had to find it. We had to pay for it. Like, we don't do none of that stuff no more.
I'm like in high school, man. I was getting the fucking Green Lantern mixtapes and shit.
Yeah.
Doing the Beef era.
Yeah. Like, I miss the days, man. I miss going the wrong direction. And pretty soon, I want to go back to the Sexy Red stuff, man. Something's got to be done. This isn't Cardi B. I know people were saying, there's no women have been talking about this, doing this. No, this isn't Cardi B. This isn't Nicki Minaj. Mm-hmm. This isn't Lil Kim.
Or Megan Thee Stallion.
This is taking this to another level of ignorance, to put it bluntly. Like, her whole aura is ignorance is cool. That's her whole aura. Okay? And they're pushing this in our face. They're putting her in the forefront of the culture. She's supposed to represent the culture. This is a stereotypical thing they're doing. And it's a way to categorize this, so people listen to this and they think, see how black people talk? See, this is why I don't listen to hip hop music. And this is exactly why people don't listen to hip hop music, because they think this is what the shit's all about, what she's talking about. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't even want to repeat the stuff the chick be saying, man, let alone in her songs or interviews on the internet. Like, just pure ignorance. And people get a kick out of that shit. They respond to it. They buy that shit. That's what's cool nowadays. But it's got to be stopped. And I'm surprised. Well, there is people in the industry saying some things, but I'm surprised there's not a lot more people doing stuff about this. Like, there's people that have pull in the industry, like Jay-Z. I know he's got some pull, but he probably don't care. There's a lot of things Jay-Z don't care about as far as the culture. He's counting his money. Yeah. But
at this point, yeah.
But something's got to be done, man. I don't use the hate word, but I can't stand this chick. I can't stand the way she talks. I can't, the way her music sounds, what she's saying. I just can't do it, man.
See, she got the ultimate plug. See, and that's what I mean about Drake, man. It's like, bro, you misuse your powers, bro.
Yeah.
It's time for you to go.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't contributing to the growth of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You just tapping in the sounds and making the sound bigger than what it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. Kendrick sees this. Kendrick's talking about this shit in his music.
Yeah. You dumb it down the culture, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and that's what I say to Drake. It's like he's dumbing down the culture. He's not improving it. He's not making it better. There's nothing challenging about it. There's nothing great about it. He did not grow hip hop. He benefited from it, but he didn't really provide anything to hip hop.
Right.
So
he took from hip hop.
That's all. Yeah, that's all he could do. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he was a fucking plant, or worse, just somebody that just got the spotlight put on him and just came here for a paycheck. That's your rap. That's your rap Elvis right there.
I seen an interview with Drake. I watched this yesterday, where this is when he was fresh. This is 2009. He's just fresh in the industry, and the dude was asking him, "Oh, you're half Jewish. You're half black." He's like, "Yeah, I'm half Jewish." And the dude was like, "You're going to be big then." And Drake was like, "Oh no." The dude was like, "Do you know how big you're going to be?" And Drake was like, "Do you know how big I'm going to be?" Because Drake knew that the people in charge were about to put him out there like, "Yo, we want to pull these strings. You're going to be in the front. We need you to do this and that." So nothing's by accident. In this industry, there's nothing by accident.
No.
If you're put in our face and we see you all the time, that is not by accident. There's puppet masters and they're pulling the strings.
And I tell people this, I'm like, we know that part. I'm like, so how much of that catalog y'all want to give Drake credit for it? How much of this catalog? Y'all got all this proof that he had all this help. I'm questioning everything. At this point, all these reference tracks and people coming out and shit, yeah, he's a part of the machine. Of course, the machine has to be fed. So they kept feeding him music. They kept feeding him ideas and reference tracks, and he used them.
Yeah.
So
imagine how many reference tracks he has, how many reference tracks he's turned down.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I don't like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
So that don't make sense to me.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's most of his catalog.
That's like Beyonce. That's okay if it's Beyonce. People send Beyonce songs. She plays on reference tracks. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, I might do that one. That's okay. It's Beyonce. It's pop star. It's got cult following. Like, we expect that out of her. But it's not okay if you want to be the best MC out here. If you talking about you the best, you the greatest to ever do it. Nah, bro. Like, you can't claim that.
Call yourself the GOAT.
Common sense.
Like, shame on Wayne for putting him in his top 5. Fuck that brother he loves. Don't lie to that nigga.
We expect that out of Wayne, though.
Yeah. Don't lie to that nigga.
And Drake has no classics. I've said that from the first podcast I did with y'all. I'm going to say it to the last one. And even Kendrick said Drake has no classics in one of his songs. I forget which one. But a lot of people talk about Drake has 2 or 3 classics. No, he doesn't have one.
The closest to a classic is Take Care.
And that's okay because he's a pop star. He has a bunch of singles that are number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's his thing.
And that's where he should stay. Stay where it's safe. You belong amongst the pop stars. That's it. Go battle Post Malone. Don't try to battle Kendrick.
I think that's how everybody's going to view him from now on. He can't talk that tough talk no more. He can't make them videos with the dogs and, you know, talking his dis. We ain't gonna hear that stuff no more. At least I ain't. I can't take it serious.
I think it's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're so unthreatening.
Right.
You know, I was like,
right.
Sorry,
we don't believe you. You need more people.
Even within more people. I'm like, I still wouldn't believe you. Like, look at this guy. Look at this fucking nerd. You think he's a tough guy.
Right.
Fuck that guy. Fuck you, Aubrey. I mean, it's real easy to find yourself in that position because it's a fucking joke at that point. You can't sell me anything that's hip hop now because you got dog walked multiple battles, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You toyed with real MCs and found out that the rabbit hole does go deeper than what you thought, and you thought that you was gonna be able to walk into a fucking rap battle arena and do well. Hell no. Hell no.
Right.
So get that thought out of his head too. Like, man, you ain't that guy, bro. You had a good couple jabs at this person, that person, but that's where it stops, man. Ain't nothing else out of that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I would say Drake has a couple dope lines, couple lines I can pick from a couple songs, but it's nothing that sticks. It's not doing any damage, and it's nothing that is going to hold weight in the years to come. We're going to look back at the stuff Drake put out during this battle and be like, that was all right, but it wasn't anything that was hot. But Kendrick the Kendrick shit is legendary. This stuff you're gonna be putting in the history books.
It's already there.
Yeah.
It's like he's in they said that his diss records belong in the top 20s.
I mean, if you want to say higher than that, I'd be fine. Top 20, yeah. I would say, of course, top 20.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we gotta see where it goes from here though, man. Shit. Anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here, man?
Man. Shout out to everybody watching the pod, man. Stick with us. Check out my website, dearforlife.com. We're gonna try to pump some more episodes out. You know, especially when these albums, I feel like there's gonna be Eminem's album coming out. I think Kendrick's gonna drop an album soon, so we're gonna have a lot to talk about. So stick with us. It's gonna be interesting for sure. It's gonna be a good song.
Yeah, we got a new song with Big Sean and Baby Tron. So that shit should be dope. That should be, Detroit vibe right there for sure.
Man, I was listening to Family Ties with Kendrick and Baby Keem the other. I forgot how hot that song was. Oh my God, man. People be sleeping on Kendrick like this guy's not relevant. Like, if you're saying that, if you're walking around talking that bullshit right now about Kendrick and how he hasn't been relevant and Drake won the battle, y'all can miss me, man. Don't even talk to me no more. Don't message me. Don't invite me to your lives because I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see that shit. Like, y'all can miss me with that. I'm tired of it. Y'all don't know nothing. And if y'all want to call anybody casuals, look in the mirror and say it.
Yep. 100%. I agree. With that being said, y'all, we about to get the fuck out of here. So until the next pod, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, share this, like it. We appreciate y'all. Yes. And that's it. Peace, y'all.
Peace out.